What's going on? It's your dog, Artman the Great. And I'm back with another boxing conversation. Today we're talking about the one and only Gervonta Tank Davis and your man Devin Haney and a few other people today. Let me go ahead and let everybody know I am live on YouTube right now so we can go ahead and cook. Cause man, I've been wanting to speak on this shit for the longest, cuz hold on. Let me send this link out because this shit's funny. I've been seeing a lot of crazy news surrounding Devin Haney and Gervonta Davis' name, and we gonna cook on it. Yeah. Hold on, my bad. I'm over here reading shit. Man, hell no. They talking about Deontay Wilder's the next choice for Fury at the Wembley Stadium. If Usyk versus I swear they just using that fucking noise to boost whatever the fuck Tyson going on. Yo, what's going on, brother D High?
What's up? How's it going?
Shit, good. I'm over here letting everybody know we on YouTube now. Um, I was just looking at some news saying that Tyson Wilder is the option for Fury if the fight don't with Usyk don't take place, and I feel like that's bullshit. It's propaganda used to promote Tyson Fury and Usyk.
Yeah, why would Wilder go to Fury when Usyk right there? They've already fought three fucking times.
Exactly, that don't make no sense. Wilder wants to fight fucking Usyk.
Yeah, I mean, you can say that he loses to both, but at the very least, it's time for another opponent. The same motherfuckers who say they don't want to see a fourth fight are they hyped about this? It don't make no sense.
It don't make no sense at all. These niggas be scary as hell, anyways. And speaking of fights that's supposed to happen and all this talk, man, Gervonta Davis, he came out with a new interview with the Rat Elliot Setback, and he talking, man. He's definitely talking about your man Devin Haney, and we got to touch on that because I ain't gonna lie, I like Gervonta Davis, but I feel like he's spreading some bullshit in the air when it comes to Devin Haney, man. I really do.
He's repeating what his fans already told him. I have no hope for the fight anymore because the fight's been killed in the court of public opinion. All of Tank's fans said the fight with Devin Haney don't matter because he knocks him out so easily. So Tank might as well get the biggest bag. They basically gave him the Terrence Crawford exit. So now, and the thing is too, that's why Tank's career is starting to look like Terrence Crawford's. Been in three divisions, hasn't been undisputed, but that don't really matter a whole lot when you really think about it. But hasn't really fought that many people. His version of Pedraza is Crawford's version of Postal. That's it. That's why that's the single best one they got.
And you could say Gervonta's best win is, in my opinion, I would say Leo Santa Cruz.
Okay, hey, I mean, you could definitely say that. I gave it Pedraza because Pedraza was bigger than him at the time, and that was a
Oh
big
yeah,
deal.
true. How can I forget about that fight? Yeah.
Yeah, it was bigger than him. Pedraza was knocking everybody the fuck out, and that was his very first title opportunity. He was a baby. He was a baby taking on Pedraza when nobody wanted none, and then he smoked him.
And then Pedraza became a bum overnight. Yeah, I remember that.
I mean, it's not that he became a bum. It's just that he started moving up in weight and getting his ass whooped. That's what happens.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, fans were saying that that doesn't count as a good win because Pedraza is a bum now and all that shit. He's a gatekeeper.
Right. I mean,
Thought, I'm not going to discredit Pedraza's Gervonta Davis win over Pedraza. That's actually a very good win.
very good.
Fuck the bullshit. But one thing I do got to say is, it looks like he's not in a rush to become undisputed.
It's not even about being undisputed. Even if Haney had no belts, that's a fight we should still be getting. Because the thing of it is, if the situation was reversed and Tank was undisputed and Devin Haney had no belts, I would still say Devin Haney definitely needs to fight Tank. I'm not really concerned about the money and all that stuff. I understand that Tank maybe has other motivations for getting money right now due to some upcoming issues, but be that as it may, all of the reasons why the Devin Haney fight couldn't happen have been debunked with Ryan Garcia. Every single one of the fucking issues.
And that's the crazy thing, bro. We got hardcore boxing fans here sitting in our face telling us, "Yeah, I want to see Ryan versus Tank. I want to see Ryan versus Tank." But I'm like, hold on, you not sounding ready to push for Haney versus Gervonta Davis, and it's like we can see that shit. I don't care what you say. You can say Devin Haney's pillow fisted and all that bullshit, but all I know is y'all not saying let's make the fucking fight. Y'all can't sit here and tell me that Ryan Garcia is a better choice of opponent than Devin Haney.
And Ryan Garcia, most people don't know this. Ryan Garcia is coming up from 130. The reason why I've never really said this on live is because I thought people knew. But people, Ryan Garcia did not start at lightweight. He started at 130. And the Carlos Morales fight that I posted, that was from his first lightweight fight. And that's exactly right when people started talking about him versus Tank. Right when he looked like shit, getting a majority decision against the guy with 6 knockouts and 2 losses. Y'all, you dudes be talking all this shit. Y'all don't be doing any research. It's okay to say y'all don't want Tank to fight Devin Haney. That's perfectly okay to say as a fan because you don't want to see Tank potentially lose or struggle. It's okay. You just got to admit that. Stop with all the fucking mental gymnastics.
In my opinion, I think Gervonta Davis, he has the tools to beat Devin Haney. But I also see Devin Haney has the tools to beat Gervonta Davis. And I feel like that outweighs everything, and they don't want to make the fight because they know that, let's say Haney goes in there and Gervonta Davis can barely even land a punch. Can't even land a clean punch on him because he's sticking that jab on him and moving around and, using his reach to his advantage and his height. What would happen there? What would happen to Tank's status as one of the pound-for-pound great fighters?
That's the thing. Nothing would happen to his status because he lost to someone who's also a pound-for-pound fighter. Nothing would happen to his reputation.
What it is? I feel like his reputation in the streets might go down just a little bit because these bitch-made niggas been discrediting Devin Haney for the longest. So if Devin Haney go in there and do something, it's going to be like, damn, son. You're going to have to show this man some love. You're going to have to give that man that Money Mayweather respect. The reason why I say Money Mayweather respect is because a lot of people hated him, but they had to respect him because he beat who y'all said is unbeatable and can beat him.
Do y'all, like, to Tank's hardcore fans, I understand he reminds you of your favorite rapper and all that stuff is well and good. But do y'all really think, like, contrary to maybe the beginning of his career, do y'all really think Tank is in the streets like that for real? Do y'all really think he's out here like pushing weight and ordering hits and all that dumb shit?
I don't think they think that. I think they just relate to him because he comes from the streets.
Right, and that's perfectly fine. You can do all that, but the reality is the people in the streets are not going to be fighting for Tank. This is about boxing. None of these, like, a man spent his whole life trying to get away from the streets, and you want to sit there and you want to sit there. And you want to sit there and brag about the part of his lifestyle that he probably regrets the most. I mean, first of all, having been in boxing for most of his life, he's been around the streets, but he's never really like been in them. And when the beginning of his career, when he first started getting money, yeah, was he doing a little bit of ignorant shit? Okay, sure, maybe hanging out with the wrong people, whatever. But now he lives in the nicest part of Florida, would never ever live in the same zip code as any of you niggas, and he's at the top of the game. And it's time for him to fight the best people. Because you can't say, oh, he watches Devin, but I really want to see Ryan Garcia, who fucking clearly sucks.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, what are we talking about here? It makes me feel like I live in the Twilight Zone or something when it comes to this boxing shit. Because I'm like, do y'all not see that Devin Haney is levels above anybody that this motherfucker Gervonta Davis fought?
In the words of Joe Budden, Ryan Garcia is a 2-pack of ass. 2-pack of ass. He's fucking horrible.
Ryan Garcia is fucking garbage, nigga. I swear I'm not capping. I watch him hit the bag, and I think to myself, damn, why I ain't take up boxing for real? Because if this is the guy that's getting a big Gervonta Davis fight, maybe I need to cut some fucking pounds and jump in there. Because, man, that nigga is ass. He keeps his head up every time. Every time. He keeps his head right down the line.
That clip I posted of him getting rocked was from a jab by a guy with 6 knockouts. 6 knockouts. The
Oh, shout out
fucking
to my dude Maurice Bibbs, man. Shout out to you, brother.
yeah,
Go,
that
go
that
ahead.
that dude, yeah, that dude that I showed that he was in there wobbling around the ring, hugging for goddamn dear life. That jab came from a dude with only 6 knockouts. What do y'all expect? What do y'all expect him to get here and do? Oh, he
A
got
miracle.
one.
They expect a miracle, cuz.
No,
That's
these Tank fans just want to see Tank get highlight reel knockouts, and that's perfectly fine. But just say that and stop with the mental gymnastics. But also, if you're saying that he easily knocks out Devin Haney, wouldn't that be a more credible highlight reel than Ryan Garcia, someone who Campbell without COVID probably stops?
exactly. And then my dude Spiff, he says, bro, no joke, my shadow boxing looks better than Ryan's.
Ryan
Real
Garcia is horrible.
man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And then Canelo, the guy that y'all idolize dearly, he said it himself. He said, man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Ryan, he's just not it. Canelo trying to tell y'all, like, man, he don't work hard like that. He's not who y'all think he is.
Not only does he not work hard, but he's not naturally talented. You can talk about him and Devin Haney in the amateurs, that's fine. But all I know is that when the actual time came and Devin Haney hopped in the ring on his ass, not only did he sit there, lie about a Pacquiao fight, lie about a Tank fight, but this man called the WBC and had himself removed as Devin Haney's mandatory. I think he might be the first and only person to ever do some weird shit like that. Even Jaime Munguia never asked for himself to be fucking removed. Ryan Garcia asked the WBC to remove him as the goddamn mandatory. That is some of the most bitch-made shit ever. And then he said he's saving Devin Haney for last as if he was going to make it past Tank. But either way, despite them being some stupid motherfuckers, that tells you that they see something in Tank that they don't see at Devin Haney at all. So all that pillow-fisted, no chin shit sounds great, but all I know is that pros only seem to have an issue making fights when it comes to Devin Haney, even though he's shown he's willing to sacrifice everything to make these fights. He's bending over backwards for bitch-ass Lomachenko. He ain't even finna get no real check off that.
I know. And it's crazy because it's like Devin Haney, he knows. He's like, man, I know I just got to go through this Loma guy because they hyped him up. They hyped him up dearly. So when I beat him, that's another thing on my resume. Hopefully, Gervonta Davis will be done with Ryan and want to make something happen. But honestly, you know what I think is going to happen? What I think is going to happen is Ryan versus Tank is going to happen. Tank's going to knock that motherfucker out. And Tank's probably going to do like a 3 to 4 month bid in prison or jail, whatever, for the shit that he got into. And then when he gets out, they're going to be talking about, oh, he needs a tune up, this, and that. And that Devin Haney fight probably not going to happen till like the year 2024 or 25, if it happens. That's what I feel like is going to happen. I could be wrong. I could be very wrong.
My prediction is slightly worse. So I'm only going to say this shit one time because I don't like talking about this shit, especially I don't want it on Twitter. But let me say this. If what they're saying about Tank's legal situation is true and he's actually pled guilty, that means that there will be no trial. His next court appearance will simply be a sentencing hearing based on what he's actually going to receive. So I understand why he wants to cash out on Ryan Garcia right now. But that fight is not going to happen. Ryan Garcia is not going to fight Tank. I believe Tank is going to fight April 15th because he wants to make that money to make sure his family is okay while he's away, the same way Mayweather did before he went away on his little bullshit.
Yeah.
So I think that they're going to fight a late replacement. Tank, I estimate, is probably going to get something serious, but he's probably only going to end up serving hard time, maybe like a year, maybe 2 max, probably less with good behavior and time served, considering he's been in on false charges before. So I think it's going to be a situation like that because that's how Mayweather's time was. He got like 9 months here, 8 months there, then like 3 years probation or whatever the fuck before he came back and fought Marquez. So I don't think Ryan's going to fight him. I think it's going to be a late replacement. And the Devin Haney shit, they're just going to bullshit around. They're going to say, oh, well, he's on Top Rank. We sent him the paperwork. He wasn't a free agent. That fight's not going to happen. It's not going to happen until Tank's fans say, hey, we need you to fight this dude like people do with Charlo.
That's how I see it playing out too. But I don't know if Tank might do like a year beat. They might sentence that nigga to like 8 months, 9 months.
Well, the only reason I say that is because the charges that he hit with carried, I believe, 14 fucking years. So
shit. I thought it carried on like 2 years.
No, the charges that he's hit with carried like 14 fucking years. I figure with the plea deal, they're gonna cut that in half. I figure they're probably gonna give him four, like four to actually serve. But with time served, good behavior, etc., whatever, he probably only does 2 years, maybe a year and a half maximum, with 3 years probation and a bunch of community service and restitution.
Hmm.
So yeah, but the
Do you think
charges
boxing gonna be over after that shit, or he gonna come back on his Mike Tyson shit? I feel
he,
like he's gonna
he
come
gonna
back on.
come. He gonna come back. What happened? He haven't experienced. He hasn't been beat up. He'll be fine.
But I'm saying niggas go to jail, man. Niggas gotta eat that nasty ass jail food, all that shit, dude.
Man,
Like,
Tank.
the type of workouts you gonna be doing, you ain't gonna. If Tank start if he goes to jail and start working out and shit like that, that nigga's probably gonna come out like 170 or some shit, 165.
No. Tank is in peak athletic shape. He don't even have a six pack right now. Tank gonna be fine. The worst case scenario, he comes back and competes at 140 permanently, and that's where all the smoke gonna be anyway. Ryan
47
or welterweight. What I mean, personally, I think that'd probably be a little bit of a mistake right now because welterweight is pretty hot. But yeah, he could do some damage up there. But yeah, so worst case scenario, he competes at 140 to 147, where all them niggas or catchweight to shit, where all the niggas are anyway. Shakur will come up, Devin gonna be there, Ryan bitch ass has been there since Luke Campbell, so he's gonna be fine. It's honestly a year out the gym is not even gonna really do shit, to be honest. So because like Mike Tyson served like 2-3 fucking years. But he was already a heavyweight. Mayweather did like 2 years, and he was back on weight too. So yeah, a year and some change out the gym, still working out. He'll be all right.
What's up with these niggas doing bids though? This is crazy. What? Come on, dude.
Just doing ignorant shit, trying to impress people. Because I mean, I'm not gonna get into the situation, but he was driving around in a nice Lamborghini. Probably. What's up, Idiot Sports Talk? Probably has some bitches in the backseat. Like, oh, look what I could do in this fast ass Lambo. And then, lo and behold, he ran a light.
And he was like, fuck, I ain't trying to deal with this shit. And dipped out.
Yeah, it was a hit and run situation. If he had stayed there, he would be doing no time. He would just be doing restitution. But yeah, no, he fucking ran on it. So
I know, that's crazy, dude. He should have just, I ain't gonna lie, I can't condone that shit. He should have just stayed because
just stay there.
Just stay, bro. But then again, it's like you kind of scared because you like, damn, I really hit this motherfucker. I probably kill somebody in this bitch.
You need to stay there, especially if you kill somebody. Yeah, if there's a fatality, you need to at least be there to provide your side of the story. Maybe say that it was yellow on my side, and then that person went prematurely when I still had the right of way. Like something you could because traffic, you could negotiate the fuck out of traffic tickets or traffic incidents, especially if there were no cameras, which I'm not sure if there were any cameras. But if there were no cameras, it's basically your word versus theirs.
To my knowledge, they said something about the victim stating, the female victim when I was pregnant, saying that she don't give a fuck about the money, basically. She just wants to see this nigga in jail for what he did because he didn't stay to help her.
And that's what I mean. Like, how are you around Mayweather and them that have been burying these incidents? Mayweather didn't have, I'm not going to get into it, but Mayweather didn't had way more legal drama than y'all actually know about. The thing is, he has a good PR team able to bury this shit. I don't understand how you up under Mayweather all this long, and you got bitches running at the mouth, haven't been paid. You leaving the scene of accidents, not knowing what to do legally speaking. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Did you not learn nothing?
You think he left prematurely?
Yeah, he left prematurely. Not to mention, I looked up the law firm representing him. There's some sort of local outfit actually in Baltimore. I'm like, no, dude, you need heavy hitters. Like when Tank put out that long Instagram post about how he don't have proper representation, you too rich for such bullshit. You're too rich.
Nah, real shit though. But hopefully, I'm gonna pray on it because I don't want to see the young brother get locked up like that, man. For real. Hopefully, he gets by with this. But he needs to make that Devin Haney fight, regardless of what the situation is. Oh shit!
Yeah, and the thing is, if the worst does happen and Tank has to serve a little bit of time for the situation, I'm not gonna be the asshole to say, oh, he needs to fight Devin Haney fresh out of jail or whatever. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna say get you a fight, maybe two. But all I want to see is the same energy you chasing down Ryan Garcia with. I need to see that for Devin Haney because this is the second time Ryan Garcia about to duck. This is top number 2.
He better not duck this fight. But you know what Gervonta Davis and Devin Haney situation kind of remind me of? It kind of reminds me of Mike Tyson and Holyfield, where, yeah, this guy, he's the young, flashy, you know what I'm saying, getting in trouble with the law and all that. And he got all the celebrities rocking with him heavy, you know what I'm saying? But he's not undisputed anymore. But, you know, he was never undisputed, Gervonta Davis. But here you have Devin Haney on the other hand, which is like a Holyfield type, like a guy that, you know, he may not get all the super praise and all that shit, but he's actually getting his shit done. He's winning belts. He's beating top guys. Da da da. You know what I'm saying? He's the real champion. Come on now.
To me, I wouldn't say that because Mike Tyson was crazy. Mike Tyson was like, you not scared of me? Okay, well I'm gonna make you scared. This situation,
I'm just saying, with Mike Tyson and Holyfield, Mike Tyson was not fucking eager to fight Holyfield.
He wasn't eager, but he still, you know, went in there and got it done after all. Unfortunately, this situation
after all is what you see what I'm talking about. After all,
right? Okay, well maybe you have more faith in Tank's team than I do, but this situation, unfortunately, is shaping up like another Spence Crawford. You got one side with the dude got all the bells. Dude comes from where he comes from. You know, you got nice things, whatever. People hating on his background. And then you got another guy with all this quote unquote knockout power who has maybe one belt or in this case no real belts. And then those people are saying, well, it don't even matter. You don't need to fight him because you just knock him out easily and he duck him. It's like, what the fuck? What? Come on, guys.
Okay, I can get that. I can get that. But I'm just saying they're not loving Bud Crawford the way they love Gervonta Davis. I'm talking about like status wise.
That's true. Bud Crawford has no real fans because they don't buy his fights.
I know, man. This is some shit I want to say. I don't even want to say it because niggas gonna get mad.
It's true. They don't buy his fights. That's why Bud fans,
if they really bought that shit, his fight, a lot of niggas would have been complaining about that.
The $40
charge, and you notice none of them niggas was complaining
because
none of them niggas bought that shit, bro.
That's why. Hey, what's up, Jason?
That's why happy he made $10 million because they like fuck it. At least he getting paid.
Yeah, that's what. Well, they don't know if he made $10 million. Yeah, but that's why every time Bud fights, they always try to they want promoters to pay Bud because they know that they're not going to. They know that they're not going to buy anything Bud does, so they want the promoters to go out of business trying to pay Bud. And he can say, "See, their dream would have been PBC pay Bud like $20 million fucking dollars, have that fight, and then the fight go out of business, and then the PBC go out of business. That would have been everyone's dream. Like, see, we told you. Now Bud got his money and y'all broke. Like, just fucking weird.
That's some weird ass gay ass shit. Real shit, because it's like, why y'all gotta be riding that man's nuts like that? Bud is a good fighter. I fuck with him. But it's clear as day that he don't want the fight. I swear to God, bro, these niggas be writing long ass essays about how PBC and Al Heyman is the devil and motherfucking Bud Crawford is fucking the savior of Jesus Christ, and he's showing everybody the right way going against Al Heyman. Like, this shit's dumb, bro.
I told niggas though, I'm like, y'all lucky I'm not Al Heyman or I'm not working with Al Heyman in real life, because I'm telling you, I would have scammed the fuck out of Terrence Crawford. I would have scammed his ass so fucking bad when he's in the goddamn hospital after the Spence beating, worried about where the rest of his check is. I'm like, man, I kept that shit, nigga. And what? And you signed.
I ought to get that nigga 10 million flat like he want.
Yeah, I would have gave him 12. I would have gave Spence nothing. But 100% of the back end, minus my 15%, so that's 85% of the back end, and I would have scammed that motherfucker dry. Oh my God, they would have been. They'd be fucking
no royalties, no nothing on the fight.
Zero. They'd be on Dr. Phil fucking crying. They'd be like, "Oh my God, my baby in the hospital. He didn't get the rest of his money."
This black on black. They love doing that black on black shit. They gonna say, "Yeah, look at these black guys. You know, they just don't know how to handle business properly."
That's shit. When I'm in court and they suing me civilly, I'd be like, Your Honor, we tried to be transparent. We gave him all the paperwork up front. He sat there and signed every fucking document we gave him.
We told him how much the popcorn cost, how much the seats, how much the parking, you know, how much we paying the fucking event staff.
Yeah, we gave that dumb nigga a full schematic breakdown of all expenses, and he signed on the goddamn dotted line because he saw $12 million, and on his side he saw zero on Spence side, and didn't have foresight. It's not my fault he has the foresight of a fucking 12-year-old girl. It's not my fault, Your Honor. I'm telling y'all are
Cuz
lucky.
don't want to fight. He don't want to fight, bro. He doesn't want to fight.
He
And
doesn't.
people,
He's like Broner. He don't want to fight nobody for real.
bro, you gotta really think about it. $10 million to fight David Avenesian, and this company can't even put together a fucking Broner fight against a nobody, multiple nobodies.
Keep in mind, y'all sources said Broner got a signed deal with proof of funds
But
for 3 fights in the year 2023. Nigga, we coming up on March and ain't been one with proof of funds. So my thing is, if the money is so fucking sweet and real, why can't you get any good opponents? It's either because the bread is bullshit or Broner's a
man,
coward.
these bitch made niggas changed their Twitter profile name to BLK. Go look up them niggas right now. That shit is not that no more. They stopped rocking with that shit. What
And you
happened to all that?
notice,
Support
and,
black business, right? The fuck out of here with this fake ass shit. This shit not even a fucking black business. It's some Kinahan fucking scheme, nigga.
and
Throw
you
away
notice,
on you dumbass niggas.
and you notice what Blue Blood talking about. Blue Blood talking about tank shit. Blue Blood not addressing none of this bullshit no more. He's like, no, I got my cut. I'm gone.
His opinions on fight was paid for. And it's all G, because I respect a fucking black man getting this motherfucking money. I respect it. But just don't be in our face trying to fake the funk, nigga. I don't like that shit at all. At all. $10 million to fight David Avenesian. And then the reports came out saying that this nigga made like 1 point something. God. I don't know, Dion.
Avenesian, I don't think he cleared $1 million.
Yeah, he didn't. They say he got like 500K, 400K.
Yeah, because that back end was trash, and I guarantee most of it went to fucking Crawford into the venue. That back end was horrible. I think that back end did worse than Fury versus White in the States.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, I didn't buy that shit. I streamed the fuck out that fight, and then it was for free on YouTube like 15 minutes afterwards.
Yeah, it was. And you know these niggas gave him $10 million, bro. Not one, not two, not three, but 10. I don't know, bro. And then this nigga having meetings with Golden Boy right after and shit. Like, come on now.
But you know what's funny? You know what's funny about that? If I'm telling you, Oscar sees the play. Oscar sees what PBC was trying to get with Terrence Crawford. So Oscar feels like, okay, he don't trust them niggas. That's cool. I'm gonna lure him in, let his guard down, and I'm gonna take his scalp on a fucking discount because they know that he's a moron, and they gonna capitalize off of it like PBC wasn't able to. See, Heyman tried to do the right thing. Heyman tried to do all that brotherly love, let me show him some respect, blah 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 blah. Oscar don't give a fuck about niggas anyway. He like, oh, this motherfucker gonna work for me. So what he gonna do is he gonna sucker his dumb ass in there, have probably Roca take some steam off of him, and he gonna feed Crawford to Virgil. And y'all not going to pay attention. The year's going to slide by. Going to be 36, 37, start to show a little vulnerability.
They're going to push the fight back purposely.
If Virgil survives Stanionis, which I think he will, Crawford going to get cocky. Going to be like, oh, shit, I can handle him. He just got a bunch of steam get off him. He going to fight Roca. He going, some steam going to come off Crawford. And then after his 37th birthday, they're going to feed this dumbass nigga to Virgil. And then Virgil going to be the one who took Crawford's scalp. You don't have to fight Boots. You don't have to fight Spence. You don't got to fight nobody now.
Because he beat the almighty Terrence Crawford and Spence didn't get the opportunity to do it. I see that shit. Dude, I see it playing out just like that, because what they'll do is they'll sign for the fight, right? And then Virgil or whoever is going to not pull out, but basically going to say, oh, I got injured, so we need to push it back just a little bit more further. You know what I'm saying? Down the line. Bud's just going to be waiting and waiting and waiting, but he can't go nowhere because he signed a contract. So they'll be sitting there waiting for this fight. And when they fight, best believe Virgil Ortiz going to have the tightest fitting gloves ever, nigga. Not saying he's a glove or anything like that, but he's going to use the puncher's glove. You know?
that's the perfect situation for them
Mm-hmm.
because Crawford's already comfortable fighting once a year. And you know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if they catch weighted it, trying to say, "Oh, Crawford, we're giving you an advantage. You don't have to work hard." Meanwhile, if they catch weighted, they're giving Virgil more power because he could barely make welterweight anyway. I
And
already see the
motherfuckers,
play, dude.
and Bud, we didn't all seen that David Avenesian fight. So about a year, what, 20, the end of 2023, or what, 2000, early 2024. If he fights Virgil, best believe he's gonna be sitting right in the middle because them legs is gone. It looking like it's gone.
Virgil, once he fights Roca, because Roca is an aggressive southpaw, he'll knock out Roca, but he's gonna get some steam taken off of him. And Virgil is gonna struggle against Stanionis, so Crawford ego gonna be up. He's gonna be like, "Oh, that kid ain't ready." They're gonna put him in there, maybe at welterweight, maybe at a fucking catch weight, but still make it for the WBO strap. And Virgil gonna get him. Virgil gonna get him. They're gonna let some of the edge slide off. Let him get a little comfortable. Let him get a little heavy in the off season. Toward maybe the end of the year 2024, Virgil gonna get him. Virgil gonna knock him off.
I honestly don't even think Virgil's gonna struggle against what's his name, Stanosis.
Shit, I do.
You know why? Because I don't think it's going to be the same Stanosis that we've seen fight Butev.
Nah, I think it will be, but some steam gotta take.
I don't know. I don't know because it's been a little while, and on top of that, he's coming off of surgery and he's fighting immediately after that surgery.
Yeah, I know, but I mean,
Virgil's gonna stop him with a body shot. It's gonna look. Oh, he's gonna be looking crazy as hell.
I think Stanionis breaks his knockout streak. I think Virgil wins now because he's fighting on Golden Boy, and now with Crawford thinking about coming over there, they got to make sure Virgil stays undefeated. So I think that unless Stanionis stops him, he's gonna lose. But yeah, I think Stanionis breaks his knockout streak for sure. I don't think Stanionis gets knocked out.
I think Stamos is gonna get knocked the fuck out, and they're gonna be fucking riding this W so fucking hard, bro. You don't even understand.
I mean, if that does happen, yeah, and then they're going to use that as a justification for why he don't need to fight Boots. But if that's the case,
and Cook real quick, but then we got to bring up the conversation that we had with one of the members saying that I'm basically capping when I say that fans are saying that Ortiz has a better resume than Boots, and therefore they don't have to fight right now.
everybody said that shit before he fought McKinson. Now that's okay. With the Stanionis thing, they will be right. He will have a better resume than Boots. However, all of the people that Virgil Ortiz Jr. has fought for the most part have had a worse resume than Boots. So that argument doesn't actually make any sense. But yeah, no. All I'm going to say is that yeah, they are going to make it seem like he doesn't have to do shit else after he beats Stanionis. And we're all expecting that. Personally, I think Stanionis breaks his knockout streak, even though he still loses the decision. But one thing I do want to say is the importance of not doing that. Since you guys didn't give Teofimo Lopez full credit for Loma off the surgery, you cannot give Virgil Ortiz Jr. full credit because Stanionis was coming off surgery. So that's why you shouldn't be doing that. So y'all got to keep that same energy. If Teofimo don't get credit for Loma, Virgil can't get full credit for Stanionis because this motherfucker just had appendicitis and he's going up against one of the most vicious body punchers in the sport right now. So it's like, come on, bro.
What you just say?
I said that
what? A what?
He just had appendicitis and he's going up against one of the most vicious body punchers in the sport right now.
Exactly. See what I'm talking about, D-Hive? They gonna make that. They gonna pump that shit up heavy when he gets the knockout win.
I think that Stanionis knows how to handle adversity far better than Virgil. Because when Mean Machine was landing on Virgil, Virgil freaked the fuck out. He didn't know what to do. He was clamoring. Yeah, he was clamoring. He was trying to clinch wildly. He was losing his footing. So I think that's one of the only reasons
he had
I think
look on his face like, oh fuck, I don't want to be embarrassed down here. I gotta get it together.
Right.
But I understand that though. Real shit though. I like the fact that he was able to, dig deep and get the W after that. But still, it's like, damn nigga, we seen that. That shit ain't going away. That's
one of the reasons why I think that the fight is going to go the distance, because as opposed to risking Stanionis actually exposing him and hitting him with power, he's going to be more reliant on his jab and he's going to box and he's going to be less reliant to get on the inside and exchange, because that's the only place where Stanionis has a lot of success outside the jab. But generally speaking, Virgil is more athletic, faster, and stronger, but Stanionis is more experienced and more durable. He can handle the power.
His biggest tools, which is durability, due to that surgery, I feel like it's going to be non-existent that night.
I don't. I disagree. I don't think. I think he's gonna be all right.
I don't know, D Hive. I'm just saying, man. Like we have this ideology in our head sometimes. Not saying that necessarily you, but we have this ideology that fighters come into the fight 100%. They're gonna be fresh off like they just was in the last fight. I don't think so, man. I feel like the armor's been you know what I'm saying, been chinked a little bit, been hit.
No, no. But before the surgery, I had him winning this fight.
Yeah, me
Post
too.
surgery,
Me
yeah.
too.
Post surgery, I have him losing now.
Yeah, me too. But my guy Cozarito said he's gonna stop him. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to drop the link for you guys.
Yeah, like yeah. I mean, yeah. Cozy, before the surgery, I thought that too. But now, since it's out that he's been having appendicitis in camp and he had to do the surgery plus the recovery, I think it's going to take just enough of the edge off for him not to get it done personally. But he's got to test Virgil's body as well.
Yeah, man. That's what I think as well. But yeah, he might get some good shots off on Ortiz. But what you think about David Benavidez versus Caleb Plant, man? You know it's getting closer, and the trash talk is getting, it's getting real heavy.
I mean, I told y'all about that fight before it was even thought it was going to be made. I don't believe there's any version of Plant that beats Benavidez, and Durrell knockout regardless. I don't really care. I don't really think that Plant does enough of any one particular thing well enough to be able to beat Benavidez. Being able to outbox him is going to be difficult because you have to get within his range. You could try to knock him unconscious, but I'm not sure that's going to happen because Benavidez is a very heavy person. He's naturally far heavier than the super middleweight, whereas Caleb Plant is closer to around that weight. So I think actually knocking him out unconscious to where he can't win the fight is going to be difficult. Like you can say stop him to the body maybe, but he's kind of chunky around that area. It's kind of like Tyson Fury.
So I've been saying for a couple years, super fighter welterweight for the next generation is Boots Stanos, not Virgil. I'm gonna stand on that. Okay. What you think, Behind?
If he can come back from the surgery and and this probable L from Virgil, 100%. 100%. I've been high on Stanionis for a while now. I mean, I only talk shit because he blocked me on Twitter like a little old bitch. But but that's definitely a good fight. But at this point, I don't believe he beats Virgil. I don't. But we'll see. I mean, if he surprises me, sure, and that turns out he can come back from the surgery just fine. That's fine. But I don't think he beats Virgil currently. Now, maybe in a rematch after he heals up some, sure, absolutely. But fresh off the surgery, yeah.
Man, I just seen this tweet, bro, from Michelle Zara Ali.
Oh, that pussy ass name.
In response to Errol Spence Jr. So this guy, I don't even want to call him Ali because he ain't fucking Ali.
His name is Michelle
Rivera from the Dominican Republic.
Pussy ass name.
Yeah, he said Errol Spence is effing ignorant. First, hold on. I gotta start over because this is just, I'm looking at this and I'm like, nah, he ain't say this shit. He really said this shit. He said Errol Spence is fucking ignorant. What I was given, nigga, this nigga can't even speak no damn English. What the fuck? What is this? Okay, I'm gonna try to read this shit. He got this shit rolling down and crazy look. Okay, he says Errol Spence is fucking ignorant. What I was given me could have killed me. It's unfortunate. You can't trust anyone, and I'm learning it the hard way. You are like goats who talk trash while they shit. What the fuck is this? What is this?
Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. You got your ass beat up.
Man, look, if Martin already knocked the plantains out of you, what do you think that motherfucker Errol Spence would do to you, bro? Chill the fuck out. Because, matter of fact, hold on. This nigga talking crazy like, bro, like, is he not a citizen here? Is he?
I don't really know, and I don't really care.
Nah,
no one.
he need to go on somewhere talking crazy. He need to go back
No,
to the Dominican talking crazy. He might need to get a couple fights under his belt over there because he ain't getting no motherfucking license to fight here. So I
nobody,
don't know, man.
nobody told him to come down from 140 because he thought some shit was sweet. Nobody told your dumb ass to do that. I remember when he was fighting, they were talking about him coming back down to 135. Even Joe Goosen was commentating, said, "No, I don't think that's a good idea because guys as they get older usually get bigger. So I think 140 is his best division." Everybody told your stupid ass not to do that. You came down, you fought some bums, you thought it was sweet at 135, and then you
Even
fought
got even got dropped by a bum too. That's crazy.
real talk. And you thought some shit was sweet. You came up against your first undefeated top ranked contender that's around your level, and you got the shit beat out of you. That's okay. And you got caught doing some dumb shit. Now go back to where you belong, or develop a new training strategy and make weight appropriately. Talking about my team doped me. Nigga, the moment someone hands you a needle or some pills you don't recognize, maybe ask some damn questions or do some research. What are you talking about? My team doped me. If you get suspended, nobody gets paid, fool.
You know what it probably was? Your team probably thought like, damn, this nigga kind of sorry. So let's dope this motherfucker up so possibly we can get some type of fucking W over Frank Martin. But what happened is your team filled you up and you went over there and you got your ass kicked.
You got
America,
beat.
you
You got
got
beat
whooped
up.
from
You
pillar
got
to
beat up.
post. And nigga, he talking about Ali, nigga. Man, after Frank Martin whooped his ass, his shit started looking like a motherfucking Gumby or something. His shit was cut down, motherfucking. Frank Martin was hitting him with so many fucking lefts. That shit was like, man, from round 1 to round 12, bro, you got your ass whooped. That's probably why he
Exactly,
typing all
Jason.
crazy and shit. His brain probably still scrambled. There ain't no
Exactly.
autocorrect. He talking crazy.
Exactly, Jason. He should do like if what he's saying is true, he should do like Cambosis and actually sue. Well, Cambosis team sued him, but he should do like them and actually sue his team. If he was done wrong, he should sue those people for now endangering his livelihood because he's now suspended. If no lawsuit comes out, then shut all that bullshit up. Ain't nobody trying to hear that weak shit. You got caught on peds and you fucking lost.
You don't
Same.
think his team filled him up?
They might have, but he can. That's just plausible deniability. It's like when you a criminal and your girl know, but y'all just pretend like she don't know nothing for plausible deniability, so she can hold the money and shit down while you away doing business or you get locked up. It's the same shit. Like, oh my god, I had no idea he was up the whole time. The bitch, of course, the bitch know. How you think this nice ass house and shit? And I ain't got no job for real.
Man, fuck that nigga, dog. Real shit.
Yeah, he was talking real greasy before the fight, talking all this crazy shit, and now we supposed to feel bad for him after the fight. Woe is me. No one told your dumbass to come back down to 140. Same as with Hector. Oh, ideas me struggles and those bullshit. It's like, okay, well, you didn't have to take the Tank fight. You wanted it, and then you got your shit broken. That's usually what happens when niggas fight Tank.
Hey, cuz said I went blind. I was blind in the fight, nigga. Both of your eyes was buck as hell. You talking about you blind.
Yeah, he just didn't. I mean, he did the smart thing in preserving his career. He didn't want to get beat the fuck up. I mean, I mean, people, you can call it what it is, but he did the smart thing. Like I said, Ados, your boss in the league, should have had the same sense. But Ados wanted to be on some warrior shit, and Morales like, oh, you not finished? Okay, I'm gonna keep whooping ass then. So, Hector Luis Garcia gonna be all right. He's gonna fight again. He probably fight Lamont Roach, and he might lose that shit, to be honest.
This nigga Hector, and this is what they do after they lose, after they get the ass kicked. They go run the fucking Broadway host channel and they start copping pleas and talking that bullshit. Talking bullshit. This nigga reveals on there looking like he about to cry just to find out this nigga on peds. Everybody feels sorry for him. Ooh, I feel sorry for him, nigga. I was in there like, nah, nigga, you got your ass kicked. Back
Yeah,
up.
he said he was in the and it's funny because if that's the case, he wasn't in the hospital because of weight struggles. He's probably in the hospital because he had a bad reaction to some fucking peds. He was trying to make it seem like, I was just so dehydrated, I was in the hospital. I'm like, yeah, no one told you to take diuretics to make weight. You should just fight where you're supposed to fight. Shit. At 140, he had
That's
more
what I'm
punch.
saying. And you know what? I feel like, I don't think his team just doped him up. I feel like that nigga knew. He knew. You got
Of course he
bro,
knew.
you gotta look. I go to the gym like motherfucking 3 or 4 times a week. You know what I'm saying? On a good week. I know when my body is doing a certain thing. Like, man, if I'm having troubles losing weight, I would know if out of nowhere my weight just fucking started dropping like crazy. I would know that shit. And I'm pretty sure a guy who uses his body as a profession would know that too.
Bro, diuretics are either pills or injections. That's what diuretics look like. Just the same as most other steroids. Most other steroids are injections.
But
If you
if that's the case, they could be crushing that shit up and putting it in his water while he's training.
nah,
But then again, you would know the taste. Like, man, this shit tastes a little bitter.
exactly. Not to mention if they start having to flavor your goddamn water to get you through the workouts, that should also be an indicator. But no, like I said, if he's suspended, then his team can't make money if he's not fighting. So that would make no sense for them to unknowingly dope him and not at least tell him about it so he can make the necessary precautions to try to reduce the half-lives of the drug or cycle off the drugs, like drink more water to piss it out of his system. That would make no fucking sense. Why would they dope him to get him suspended so then nobody makes any money? That's dumb. That's dumb.
These niggas is crazy. And then he went on the channel, right? And he's like, his dude was like, yeah, we about to do an interview at 1 o'clock sharp. Everybody be there. He gonna tell the truth, nothing but the truth. This nigga didn't show up talking about something. I gotta wait for the investigation, nigga. What investigation, nigga? Either your team did it or you didn't do it, nigga. What the fuck? Come on.
Right. Because he's full of shit.
Investigation, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
And I don't know why.
When Wilder said motherfucker drugged him, nigga, he said that shit, nigga. He said it, nigga, and stood on it. This
And
nigga talking
produced.
about some, oh, no, I gotta do that. I gotta find out. Like,
Well,
nigga,
Wilder produced evidence. Mark Breland said he never handled the water. Photos in 4K of him holding water for the first time.
exactly. And then, not to mention, the mob is documented to be involved in that fight.
Shit, the mob is documented to be involved with Top Rank as a whole. That's why fucking Savannah Marshall's talking about, I shouldn't have to go to the United States. Like, bitch, just say you on a no-fly list.
I know, and everybody just sitting there. And
Dirty bitch.
I'm like, you British Chief niggas know. Y'all know.
Her,
Back like,
Katie Taylor, Josh Taylor, all them niggas.
They try to tell her, maybe you should just move on, And Clarissa Shields, she's good, but maybe you should just move on. Yeah, because they know if she keeps on talking this dumb shit about flying to fucking having Clarissa fly back, it's not gonna happen. And they can't even justify that shit because she just came to your hometown and fucking whooped your ass.
She didn't need, and the worst part is they're making it seem like it would make some big ass difference. Savannah Marshall didn't win a round. She didn't win a single round. She got destroyed. It was terrible. She barely landed anything. She landed one good punch, and that was like it. And that's the one punch Clarissa talked about. She's like, shit, I couldn't see out of my eye for a second. But after that, it was back to ass. But yeah, so for 2 rounds, Clarissa Shields was whooping your ass with one eye closed.
Man, niggas just talking crazy. Back to Devin Haney and motherfucking Gervonta Davis. I wanted to play a clip of what Gervonta Davis said so we can break that shit down real quick. Hold on. It was real interesting because when you hear stuff like this, it sounds like, damn, are these guys gonna fight next? Hold on. Where's this shit at?
Name and then fight not one of them.
Who is that?
And I think
Ain't gonna fight nobody.
who
you talking about?
Who you think?
Devin? No, so I'm asking.
How you know? Hey, you said on the first trial. Nigga called out everybody's name and don't fight not one of them.
By the way,
Everybody's name he called out.
did you see the video?
It's just
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't, bro. And I'm like, man,
He-
I know you die hard Tank fans. I fuck with Tank heavy. I fuck with him heavy. but I gotta call a spade, nigga. That shit sound fucking crazy on the microphone because, like, nigga, no, that's not what happened.
He called out
That's not what
Kambosos.
happened.
Yeah, he called out Kambosos. He fought Kambosos twice. He called out Loma. He's fighting Loma. The only people that he hasn't been able to fight that he called out is you and Ryan.
Exactly. Y'all
The
niggas
fuck?
haven't fought yet.
Yeah, and y'all haven't. The thing is too, everything that they criticize Devin Haney for doing, Ryan Garcia has actually been doing, and he's getting the fucking fight. Ryan Garcia called out Manny Pacquiao, and nobody talked any shit. Ryan Garcia was talking about fucking potential exhibitions with this, and that. Nobody said anything. All Ryan Garcia has done is clout chase this entire fucking time. Meanwhile, he's fought nobody. Ryan Garcia called out Loma, Tank, Devin. He even talked about fighting Linares at one point, and none of those fights actually fucking happened. He didn't fight Jojo Diaz. He didn't fight Isaac Cruz. He hasn't fought none of these fucking people. Shit, Tank called out Haney versus Kambosos winner. All of a sudden, he came up with Hector Luis Garcia out his ass. What? And then to make it matters worse, they talking about, oh, he can't possibly make the fight because Devin's schedule is already full. Ryan Garcia was supposed to schedule a fucking tune-up fight before Tank until they canceled it, and they said that the ink on the paperwork was already dry.
You want to know is cap? Gervonta Davis is the biggest star under motherfucking 140. You know what I'm saying? And at 140. And nigga, he's the biggest star at the moment, right? This nigga is going out his way to make this Ryan Garcia fight, bro.
Bending over backwards.
He is bending over backwards.
He's conceding to B-side demands to make the fight.
But when it comes to Devin Haney, there's every excuse under the book or why he shouldn't fight him, or why it shouldn't happen right now, or Haney's not deserving, or, you know, it's just crazy. It's like, bro, I'm a fan of both of these niggas, but I'm calling it how I see it. Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, and he just wants to make money knocking out these Latino guys instead of fighting another foundational Black American.
And you got bitch dudes who think that they're part of Tank's team. Whenever you bring up Haney's name, oh, okay, well, in order for that fight to happen, Tank is going to need the unconceded A side, and Devin Haney's going to have to surrender. It's like, bro, okay, cool. Why the fuck aren't you saying that to Ryan Garcia? Because last time I checked,
because Ryan Garcia's a star. He's a star. Look at his social media fucking followers that you can fucking buy,
and that don't actually watch his fights either. Yeah, most of those fucking little girls, teeny boppers that think he hot, they don't watch boxing. They don't watch fucking boxing. That's why Tank does 5 times more numbers in Ryan's hometown than Ryan does. Because the people that like Ryan, the people that support him, they don't pay for boxing. They don't go see him fucking fight for real.
Nigga, Tank can sell out a show in Victorville. Ryan can't.
It's just fucking weird to me how when it comes to Haney, oh, Tank's gonna need the unconceded A side in order for the fight to happen. I don't want to hear shit else. Meanwhile, they're over there. Ryan Garcia and Oscar are negotiating the fucking rematch, and the first fight ain't even happened yet. They've already given DAZN media rights over a fight that don't even exist. How are the fuck you the A side? You conceding to B side demands, and this nigga his best gate is still less than Devin Haney's best gate. The fuck? And then people try to say, oh, it don't matter because that gate was abroad and Devin Haney's not a draw in the United States. Well, nigga, Inoue ain't a draw in the United States fucking either, and look how that's happening.
Man, I'm just saying, if Tank want the fight would happen.
That's all. That's all. And like me, for example,
and he can't sit here talking about some that nigga called out everybody. He ain't fight no and all these fucking yes man. You talk about Devin. Nah, nigga, y'all niggas sound like some cupcakes for that shit, bro. Keep it a stack, man.
And then they'll bring up some shit Devin Haney dad did.
Sounded real yes man like nigga in that fucking video talking about some Devin ain't gonna fight nobody. Nigga, Devin Haney is fighting somebody that fans once accused you of ducking. While you're fighting a guy that fans accuse of being a fucking fake mental health advocate.
I didn't want to say it.
Come on.
I didn't want to say it, but I got to remind motherfuckers. When Floyd and Tank were first having beef, Floyd used a potential Loma fight to threaten Tank back into compliance. He said, if you keep talking that shit, I'm going to make the Lomachenko fight. Now what? All of a sudden, the relationship was good again. It's kind of like how Bob Arum used Devin Haney to threaten Teofimo. He's like, okay, since you unhappy and you talking that shit, we're going to make the Devin Haney fight. All of a sudden, the relationship was healed. But niggas don't want to bring that up. They forget that.
They don't. With this Tank Ryan fight, it's like these niggas then forgot that this nigga really pulled out of several fights and claimed mental health.
He ducked Haney. He ducked Linares. He ducked fucking JoJo Diaz, I believe. He originally pulled out of the Fortuna shit, but ended up fighting him. And to be honest, if Ryan Garcia had just fought and beat Devin, he could have fought Kambosos because Kambosos fought Teofimo on fucking DAZN. So we all know that Kambosos don't give a fuck. So Ryan could easily be where Devin is right now and have the argument for the biggest fight in boxing. But
now, a fan asked, "Can Ryan versus Tank save boxing?"
No. If Ryan was any kind of good, they wouldn't even be asking for him to fight Tank. If Ryan showed any fucking potential to be able to beat Tank, they wouldn't even ask for the goddamn fight. So no, and this shit not gonna do no more than that. This shit is not gonna do no million pay-per-views for a reality check. Tank doesn't even outsell Errol Spence Jr. And Errol Spence Jr. is fighting incredible fucking opponents. So all that popularity stuff sound good, but when you actually get his pay-per-view numbers back, he hasn't even had an event that's done better than Errol Spence Jr. So no, this shit is not gonna do no fucking gajillion pay-per-views. It's probably not even gonna do more than his usual $250,000, probably less. So motherfuckers think all this. They keep talking about these imaginary fucking figures, but when you actually look at the real numbers, no, this nigga doesn't even do better than Errol Spence Jr. And Errol Spence Jr. is actually fucking fighting people. So no, it's just we're not in that era anymore. We're not in that fucking era. Okay, unless you're Canelo or Wilder, you're not gonna be doing all these massive ass numbers, especially against bitch dudes like Ryan Garcia, where you're the overwhelming favorite.
My dude said, "What's
up,
good,
boy?"
brothers?" Said, "Keeping it trill. Tank forcing Ryan to 2 fights, so now he has the excuse not to send Shakur Devin the contract." Yeah, bro. It's like, man, Ryan and Shakur. Haney and Shakur at the weight class that you're in, bro. Like, stop talking about this Ryan shit, bro. That's what I posted on Twitter. Like, man, I can't wait till that shit is over with, because what's the point?
Ryan is the only guy. Ryan is the only guy in that mix that's not an actual lightweight anymore. People keep talking about Ryan Garcia is the top-ranked lightweight. Ryan Garcia ain't fought at lightweight since Campbell. His last 2 fights have been at 139 and 140, and this next fight is at 136. Ryan Garcia is not a part of the lightweight division, but yet that's the guy who gets a quote-unquote lightweight fight. It's ridiculous. This dude, there's never been a fight in which you said, oh my God, Ryan Garcia looks like a fucking world beater. Because he hasn't. He's been in there with marginal ass competition and struggled. His most dominating performance was against Fortuna, a dude that has not accomplished anything.
I was just about to bring that up. Nigga, they hold on to that shit. They post that shit all over TikTok and YouTube, all the shorts. Man, that shit is everywhere of Ryan clipping him. They're like, oh, look at that. But these fans, they don't know the backstory. They don't know that Fortuna got cooked by motherfucking JoJo Diaz, somebody that Devin Haney beat.
They don't know that Fortuna ducked Devin Haney. Fortuna ducked Devin Haney to fight Ryan Garcia because it was a bigger check according to his fucking management.
They don't know that Fortuna is a nigga that's rolling out of the motherfucking ring, claiming my back, my neck, and my back. You know what I'm saying?
And the only reason Fortuna even got any kind of popular is because people said he could knock out Devin Haney. That's the only reason why he's even popular, why people know him. He has accomplished nothing. He's beat damn near nobody, and he's never been a fucking champion. So again, these dudes, they hyping up Fortuna like he's really something. That's Ryan's most fucking. That's Ryan's best performance against an old ass Fortuna with 3 fucking losses. I think been knocked out multiple fucking times and has accomplished nothing. These are the dudes that he looks good against. But you think you're talking about some damn Tank? Like, bro, get the fuck out of here. Oh, Devin Haney's pillow fisted. He's chinny. He wouldn't last. But Ryan Garcia, who almost got smoked multiple times, is gonna be just he's gonna put up a good fight because he has a left hook. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, the shit doesn't make any sense. I don't mind people expressing their opinions. Like, for example, me, I can be honest. I never wanted Tony Harrison to fight Fundora. I didn't, because I thought the fight would go one way. I can be honest and admit that I truly didn't want Tony Harrison to fight Fundora, and I'm glad he's not. See how easy that was? Y'all Tank fans can just say, you know what? I like Tank as is. I like the trajectory that he's on. I don't want him fighting fucking Devin Haney because, you know, I don't want to see that. Just keep it real. Don't try to use the mental gymnastics to justify it because you sound fucking stupid, especially with the people you support him fighting. Ryan Garcia, Hector Luis Garcia, the whole Garcia fucking family, Andy Garcia. Like, what the fuck? Like, come on. And as far as Shakur goes, I don't know if Shakur is solid. I'm not sure if he is. I figure he's gonna take a page out of the Bud book, talk all this shit, make sure he signed nice and tight with Top Rank, talk all this bullshit about how he's gonna fight all these people, and then fight actually none of them. Because as far as I see, the only person actually fighting people that they're talking about is Devin Haney. Devin Haney called out Kambosos, he fought the nigga. Devin Haney called out Lomachenko, he fought the nigga. The only people that Devin Haney has called out that he hasn't been able to fight is the 2 other niggas we talking about, which is Ryan Garcia and fucking Tank. Shit, and keep in mind, Ryan Garcia had the opportunity to fight Devin Haney, could have whooped his ass on the zone, but he called the WBC and asked to be removed from the rankings, and then subsequently left the entire division after Luke Campbell.
Bro, that Luke Campbell fight is damn near his biggest win.
He almost got stopped.
Do you know they're gonna make a movie about that? Like about him fighting Luke Campbell and him dropping and getting back up from that. They try to do like a Tyson Fury getting up from Wilder type little shit about that. But it's like, man, why would you even boast that fight when you literally got dropped? Literally.
I don't know why Luke Campbell didn't rematch that shit. Luke Campbell with a full training camp without COVID probably beats him.
I don't know. So they fight at 136. What the fuck?
Yeah, because Ryan can't make lightweight no more.
So who will be the back? You mentioned a backup opponent if Ryan can't make it. Who will be the backup opponent for Tank? Frank Martin?
No, it'd probably be either Isaac Cruz 2, or I wouldn't be shocked that Michelle Rivera or the winner of I was gonna say the winner of Rio.
Rivera's cooked.
Oh right, he's suspended. Right, but I wouldn't be surprised if when the fuck do Colbert and Rayo fight?
Early next month.
They can short notice that shit. The winner of that. So Isaac Cruz 2 or the winner of that shit. Short notice.
I don't know. That's like a month.
So just stay awake. Don't go back knocking. Don't go fucking knocking back steaks and burgers and shit.
Nah, they might pull a fucking Cruz again out of nowhere.
Yeah, because you notice he hasn't been talking. He probably in camp. That's what I'm saying. They got him on the backup list. Isaac Cruz 2.
That's smart. Actually, I think that is it. I think that's it.
Yeah, if Ryan don't fight, that's the only thing I can think of. You got Isaac Cruz too, because he hasn't been doing nothing. He's coming off a knockout win. He in camp. People talk shit about that dub, and then if not, like I said, you got a short notice. The winner of Rio and Colbert, especially because if Colbert wins, he's used to making 130 anyway, so he can come in at 135. He'll be all right.
When is Tank sentencing again? Did they just say May, or did they give a specific date? May?
I have no fucking idea, but it's probably gonna be May or June.
Because the reason why
He said surviving Luke Campbell.
The reason why I think is because they can finesse a Tank versus Cruz on Cinco de Mayo weekend out of nowhere to make some bread.
That depends on if the judge is going to allow another diversion. I think they've been putting it off for a long time, and they've probably used the potential for financial duress to get it to get the sentencing hearing pushed back. But I don't know if the judge is going to keep doing that shit. So that's why they're on April 15th. That's why you notice Tank keeps saying April 15th, April 15th, April 15th. But Ryan and Oscar keep saying, well, we got to get this and that. So Tank is telling you, I'm fighting on April fucking 15th. I don't give a fuck who it is. Where so they're already prepping that, and then Ryan Garcia and them get to walk away saying, "Well, we tried, but the PBC, blah blah blah, same excuse Crawford used. They don't have to fight Tank. Tank makes his money. Ryan goes on to fight bums, and then does another year of modeling or whatever. Perfect situation. Meanwhile, nobody fights Devin Haney.
Right, and Devin Haney just stuck without opponent. They're gonna be trying to force Devin Haney to fight guys like Regis Program and shit. And I feel like if Devin Haney go up and fight Regis Program and get a W, what are they gonna say? They're gonna say, "Oh, that's still not a Tank." You know what I'm saying? Still not Tank.
They're gonna say he ducks. They're gonna just focus on Shakur. They're gonna say, "Well, Haney needs to fight Shakur first." And because I was actually talking to somebody about that. Somebody that has a relatively prominent YouTube channel and claims to like to debate. I'm talking about Tank versus fucking Devin. This dude talking about, well, first he got to handle Loma, then Shakur, then Gary Antron. I'm like, whoa. So wait, what? While Tank fights who? What the fuck is Tank doing while Haney is handling all the single most dangerous people between 130 and 140? You telling me Haney got to go through Loma, Shakur, Gary Antron, Russell potentially, and then all the top dogs at 140 while Tank fights niggas from 130? No, nigga, no, hell no, bro. You're like, what the fuck is that? Because again, even Ryan Garcia started at 130. So like, Jesus, when is this nigga gonna have to do something? Like, why are you like, why is it so important that this nigga just looks good and that's it? If he's gonna make money regardless, why not some challenging work? That's all I'm asking. Why not some challenging work? Because you niggas know Ryan Garcia fucking sucks. Y'all know he fucking sucks.
They don't want to admit it. Like I said, I got people that I respect that's telling me, well, Ryan, he's really fast, man, and he can see that left hook he hit Fortuna with. He could hit Gervontaa Davis. He got power. He got power too, like Gervontaa Davis. And I'm like, bro, I'm sorry, man. I can't condone that shit because Ryan is ass. I've been saying it before Tank fight. I'm saying it after. He's ass, man.
He's horrible.
Everything we needed to see in that Luke Campbell fight.
Ryan Garcia is the fucking Zerto Ramirez of 140. Y'all can take that and fucking quote it, stamp it, whatever. Ryan Garcia is the goddamn Gilberto Zerto Ramirez of 140. He is just big. That is it. There are plenty of people at 135 that'll whoop his ass right now. Like, honestly, I'm not even sure if he will beat a nigga like De Los Santos.
De Los Santos will get on his ass.
Like, if we're being honest with ourselves, Ryan Garcia is not fucking good. Whenever, like, his footwork is horrible.
They're preserving that his old for a guy like Tank. Because
then they need to hurry up and just sign the fucking paperwork.
What you think about Devin Haney versus Lomachenko at this point?
Well, I mean, Lomachenko is a bitch. He's been a bitch for his entire career. He dug Devin Haney the first time with the franchise witness protection belt, and now he honestly doesn't want to fight Devin Haney still. Like, I kept trying to tell people, Lomachenko is not excited about fighting Devin Haney. He's just the only guy there in the biggest money fight. The biggest money fight for him, and he has some belts.
The way he explained it, he basically said that his promoters came to him like, yo, so this is what's next.
Because what else you gonna do?
What the fuck else you gonna do?
You struggled against Jermaine Ortiz, a guy that was supposed to be a gimme fight, so we put you in there with another contender. You might get your ass whooped. Jermaine Ortiz was supposed to be. Yeah, Jermaine Ortiz was supposed to be some dude you ran over. He went in there and made you fucking work like a dog and almost beat the shit out of you. So it's like, hey, I mean, Haney doesn't punch.
He's lucky that inexperience is what gave Loma to win because Ortiz he couldn't. That was like his first fight going 12 rounds, right?
Yup.
So he was tired as fuck. Like, oh nah, man. Then Loma just capitalized, just cruised to a fucking victory after. But it was a fucking hell of a fight.
Oh, there's that fight. I personally had Jermaine Ortiz winning, but that fight at the best should have been at the worst should have been a fucking draw. Loma did not clear 7 rounds clean in that fucking fight. So they saw that shit and was like, man, you better get your ass in there and just fight this boy. He don't punch as hard as Ortiz. Just get your ass whooped and hurry up. You be all right.
And then you know what makes it worse? He picked Ortiz.
Oh, for sure. For sure, for sure. They were like, oh, yeah, look at this kid. He hasn't accomplished anything. He just beat up Herring, which plenty of other people that aren't even as good have been able to do. He'll be fine. You'll just knock him out and it'll be great. Went in there and worked his ass over. Had Loma working fucking overtime. Had him looking stupid the first half of the fight. He was like, what? He probably had one of those Tiafimo moments. Do I still got it? No, nigga. And now that you're fighting.
Nah, real shit. You know, he's probably thinking like, damn, I probably worked this young nigga in sparring a while back. And he tall like Devin Haney. Let me see if I can go ahead and warm up and knock him out. And I feel like Top Rank had that idea too. Like, okay, you see that he's tall too, like Devin for the weight class, got reach. And you see how Lomachenko was able to get underneath and do all this. He couldn't accomplish that. So now it's like, fuck.
If Lomachenko had knocked out Jermaine Ortiz, he would have signed that contract so fast he would have fucking hand burn. But he saw how he performed, and he's like, "Shit, you know what? Let me just delay this process. Maybe Devin Haney will say fuck it and go up to 140. That way, I can say he ducked me. I don't have to fight him. I can fight over a vacant while also not fighting Shakur, and then I could just call Tank's name and make it seem like, well, I still need a Tank fight, even though Tank would knock me the fuck out right now. That's what they really want to happen. But Devin Haney not budging. He's like, nah, nigga, I want that ass. Now hurry up, bring it here. I'm gonna sacrifice this one last time on this fucking contract. I'm gonna whoop the shit out of you to show you ain't shit, and then I'm gonna move on with my life. But because Bob know Lomachenko gonna get his ass whooped, Bob already saying, "Oh yeah, Shakur versus Haney is next," knowing goddamn well Haney had weight problems.
Bob already saying like, man, well, I had a good relationship with Lomachenko, so I'm gonna do something like this in the future for somebody else.
Yeah, he talking
like, man, this nigga's about to be out of here.
He talking about I'm gonna bring over more Ukrainians. Bring them niggas. Bro, like what the fuck it is? And remember, we had this conversation. They use the Eastern Europeans as black assassins,
hoping they get one.
Yeah, they use the Eastern Euros to try to police the black fighters so they can have a black fighter killer. I'm like, okay, we'll whoop on them niggas too. Like, you can bring them, but all you're gonna do is delay the fucking inevitable. Because with all due respect, they're not cold like that. They're not. Like, some of them are, but Lomachenko definitely not the elite of the elite. If you want to talk about somebody like Best Putin, like, yeah, like the Russians are honestly better than the Ukrainians. Honestly, the Russian fighters are far better. So you want to get some black assassins, get some Russian niggas. But the Ukrainians are not built. They're not built for fucking tough. So Bob can come over there. All Bob is saying is that I found some fighters that are actually good that the American white audience can connect with, because American whites don't have to box anymore because they make money doing other shit. That's all he's saying. He's saying, now I have something that the American white public can actually get behind. I have a group of fighters that can actually hang with some people, with some niggas that the American whites will like. That's what he's saying.
Triple G is a prime example of that. He's like the prototype.
Yeah, exactly. Even though he's from Who Gives a Fuckistan. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because American white fighters haven't had nobody that they can support since fucking Kelly Pavlik. Plant is the closest thing, and he just got knocked smooth the fuck out of here. And he's about to get knocked out again by two Mexicans.
They not rocking with Plant because
they know he's not good. He's not that guy. I mean, he's talented, but he's not sturdy like that.
I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say because he's hanging out with the dark crowd.
He's got a light-skinned negress that is obvious she likes white dudes. That's not nothing special.
I know. But to them, that's already gone far enough.
Oh, this nigga still wears trucker hats. Get the fuck out of here. That make no sense. Like, come on, bro. Like, nah.
I'm telling you, bro. They look at Plant as somebody trying to be down, so he's not basically on our side.
Like I said, I mean that makes sense, but I don't think it's that.
He's not Tommy Morrison.
No, but you're right. that what you're saying makes absolute sense. But the only reason I disagree is because before he fought Canelo, the American whites were kind of like, hey, I don't know, we might got us one here. Maybe he could fuck with Andre de Charlo. As soon as he got knocked out, they all shut the fuck up. as soon as he got knocked out, they all were quiet.
I told folks, I said if Plant would have beat Canelo, they'd have put that nigga. I feel like his whole career would have done like a 360.
Oh my God, he would be.
He would have dropped the quote unquote black swag. They would have put that nigga on the Wheaties box, all types of shit, bro.
Bro, he'd be in fucking Nebraska shaking hands with Warren Buffett like Crawford stupid ass try to be. He would, yeah, none of that shit. Jordan, he might have even broke up with that bitch. Real talk. Like if he had actually,
nah, I ain't gonna say that.
if he had actually cleared Canelo, I don't even know if that lasted. She might be a single mom right now.
Nah, this nigga Dion crazy. But
I'm saying,
I fuck with Play, but like, let's keep it 1,000, man. You know, there is some stuff going on between like the fans, man. I feel like they're kind of waiting for him because if he beats Benavidez, they're gonna be sticking with him. They're gonna stick with him, but for right now, they're kind of on the edge.
Yeah, because again, they don't know if he can actually do it, and when he's not going to, the American whites are gonna abandon him. That's why American whites like, and then also Plant doesn't have a black body on his record. Plant doesn't have a single quality black body on his record.
He got a black body on his record.
I said quality. Who the fuck black he smoked?
A couple folks in them early PBC days.
Oh man, don't nobody give a fuck about random niggas we haven't even heard of.
I know.
Yeah, no, ain't nobody talking about that. I'm talking about quality black body. Like Benavidez, he didn't get a quality black body until he got derailed.
Bro,
so
nigga, go on YouTube and just, bro.
Talking about Jalen Love. Come on,
they calling Benavidez the Black Assassin, bro.
Because he beat Jalen Love.
Because he beat all the niggas and then he punked Charlo out, basically.
Well, he didn't punk Charlo out. Charlo is a 160 champion. But also people forget, David Benavidez himself said he'd come down to middleweight and he punked out on that shit too. So y'all want to talk about Charlo and the vaccine and all that bullshit? Benavidez said he'd come down to 160 to whoop on Charlo's ass and he didn't follow through with that either. So they both bullshit if you ask me. And Plant could be a good dude. I'm just talking about from the optics perspective. The American white boxing fan base has not had a quality fighter that they could get behind since, like Artman said, the Morrison days and fucking Pavlik. Those are the two dudes who could hang with the niggas. So Bob Arum realizes that white dudes have so many more avenues to get money that they're not boxing no more like that because there's not a lot of them. I mean, there's not a lot of, like when they're in poverty, they just join the military. They don't want to box no more. So he's like, I need some Ukrainians who can get in here and hang with these niggas, and I can get the whites back in boxing. That's what Bob is trying to do. That's why these dudes do this. That's why these dudes love Tyson Fury. They fucking love Lomachenko. They fucking they love Usyk. All these people, they think they can hang with niggas. So that's why, you know, like Usyk beat up what's his name coming in the heavyweight, Witherspoon, and he's certified now. So you know, so that's what Bob Arum is doing this. And Mr. Aggressive, that's cap. I don't believe it. And even if that did happen, Bud would bullshit to the point where it would have to go to purse bid, and then he would say, well, the purse bid is too low, therefore I don't want the fight. So that's all just a distraction. That's Bud trying to get some popularity to hype up his like Roca fight or whatever the fuck he has next. So I don't believe that he's doing that with Charlo, because Charlo would beat his ass. And the WBO didn't expose Virgil. Virgil exposed himself. He has been the mandatory for Spence and Crawford and hasn't pushed anything. So we all know Virgil's a coward. That's why when people say, oh, he beats Boots easily because this and he deserves respect because he's fighting Stanionis, I'm like, that's fine, but he has a better chance of beating Stanionis, especially now, than he does Spencer Crawford. Because I definitely had Crawford. I have Crawford knocking him out now, but in a year or two after a Roca fight, maybe, who knows?
Yeah, okay. Before I dip out of here, I gotta say this, and we can chop on this real quick. Oscar De La Hoya basically said that he's still in talks with Crawford to make that type of deal, but he's presenting it as fight Rocha and then fight Errol Spence. But reality, I feel, is fight Rocha then fight Ortiz.
He's going to do a 2 to 3 fight deal to get Crawford's confidence up. He's going to sucker him in there. The Spence fight is never going to happen, and he's going to make Virgil a part of the package. He's gonna and the thing is too, Crawford thinks he's the businessman by selling the prospect of an Errol Spence fight. That's all Crawford does to different promoters. He sells his ass for a paycheck. He goes, oh look, well, you know, the Spence fight is huge money, so don't you want to sign with me? Knowing goddamn well he has no intentions to fight Spence. The promoters know he doesn't want to fight Spence, so when Spence's name doesn't come up in the actual meeting, everyone's going to be happy. But he thinks that they're feeding Virgil to him to pay him. No. They're feeding him to Virgil. And to be honest, when the fight does happen, Virgil knocks him the fuck out. So then he learns his goddamn lesson.
Yep. And on that note, shout out to you guys. We'll do this shit again when the next boxing news come up, which is pretty soon.
All right. Thanks for having me up. Y'all have a good one.